Friday, but I've started recording now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Tuesday the 29th. Sorry I didn't get a recording yesterday because my laptop was bugging out, but hopefully, I mean, it's not lagging today, so yeah, it's just weird. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, let's have a look. We got some very local liquidity, just at about 120k on Bitcoin, uh, and very local stuff just below us, just below the recent low that we made at about 117.3. But we did take quite a lot of it on that wick just when was that? A few hours ago. Anyway, um, again, we still got some lower stuff down at 113.6. Keep that number in your mind, about 113.67. Keep that number in your mind and just remember. And then you know we've got liquidity all the way up to the all-time high, pretty much short liquidity with the most at 120. In terms of the node, sorry, the load. What am I talking about? In terms of the node, yeah, we're still above the node, which is about 118k. We actually came down and we actually talked about 117.9 as a potential long yesterday, which has actually been tapped into. So, in terms of the order book, to be honest, I don't really like this CoinGlass Legend order book, but we do have a little bit of stuff above us at 119.9. But that's about it. Not really too much else to say on that. Excuse me if I yawn. My hangover is absolutely terrible. Long short ratio, we're up at about 50-50 again. I mean, this is swinging quite wildly recently. We were at 56% long on the 26th, which is, I believe, Friday. Went all the way down to 44% long, 56% short, and now we're back up at about 47.5, 52% short, 47.5 long. And this is the most recent read, so yeah, it's excuse me, fucking hell, sorry. Um, yeah, not too much to say about that. We're kind of just hovering around, slightly more shorts in the market, but yeah, that's it's interesting. We're definitely getting gradually more longs coming into the market generally, when you compare it to like what we were doing at the start of July when we were 68% short, 69% short. So yeah, the general trend is that more longs are coming into the market gradually. So yeah. Anyway, charts. So yesterday I did say I was taking a scalp short. I am in a short from here. My stop's at about 120.2, and yeah, I'm still in the short. If we gain the weekly open now, I'm going to get out of this short, and that means by gain, obviously, it means like a couple 4 hour closes above, probably two candles, maybe one, but sometimes you get one candle close above and then you get an instant failure. So two 4 hour candles closed above the weekly open, and I will probably exit this trade. But yeah, we did talk about potentially longing 117.9, and we got some quite nasty wicks down to 117.5 ish. But yeah, potentially that was a decent long if anyone caught it. Just from the node at about 118, and yeah, you're looking at potentially taking profit around the weekly open if you are in that scalp short on Bitcoin. In general, oh, we've got a nice little update to do here. Let's update that now. In general, on Bitcoin, I still think, I still think this looks a bit bearish until we can gain basically 120 on a daily close. But yeah, it's I still think it looks a bit rough. I've also got to update this. I probably shouldn't have updated it right now, but see, look, yeah, we got all of this off now. Let's do it. Put that on. Fuck, I'm gonna need to rejig my settings on the go. That's all fine. That one just needs to do that. Okay, should be fine now. Should be fine now. Yep, so that's Bitcoin. Bada bing, bada boom. ETH is still looking good, actually. Let me delete some of these. And take this off, and I'm actually going to just check the chat. Yeah, everything's all good. Also need to update this as well. Yeah, ETH's still looking good. We've actually, closed back above the weekly open. I think this is potentially looking to break out, to be honest, on ETH. But just know that we are at very, very, very high time frame resistance, being basically 4K. So if we do break up, I think we might stop at 4K. But yeah, do I need to invert this? I do need to invert this, don't I? I'll put those on. Okay, cool. Yeah, we've also potentially seen the change of direction in the retail stablecoin demand. So if we get a divergence, which it looks like we are getting, so we have a higher high on the price and we have a lower low on the retail stablecoin demand. What this means is when this divergence prints, what could happen is we get one more. You get one more. So the divergence, sometimes it plays out instantly. So we'll do like here. We'll do like here. And we'll do here. Sometimes it plays out instantly. Sometimes you get one more. So for example, just like here, you got the big divergence, and then you got the one more, and then that was the bottom. Here it played out instantly, pretty much. But I think what's going to happen is this is going to diverge, and we're going to get one more up to potentially 4K, and then see some sort of top. That is ETH. So, I don't really have that much else to talk about, to be honest. Popcat's actually made a new low, so that's interesting. You could potentially now, what you could do is pull a fib from here. And if that comes around the weekly open, potentially you could even short this weekly open on Popcat now. And hopefully so you could try get something maybe a little bit higher. I would potentially do one trade around the 786 in the weekly open and maybe have like a 1% stop, and then maybe ladder in a slightly lower leverage one more around the 886 with a stop slightly higher, maybe with a 2% stop. But yeah, that's a potential trade that could actually happen. And then if we see a rejection from there, we could come down and test Q3, where I'll be a big buyer there. That's what I want. That's pretty much all I'm waiting for. I mean, we talked about this last week, potentially, coming back down into some of these levels for alts. There's massive daily subers all the way down here, so basically just do that. And, I'm just going to be a massive buyer back down in there. On pretty much everything. Fartcoin actually has done it quite quickly, so this thing is moving on its own. It's kind of got a mind of its own right now. Potentially looking at a decent little bounce here on the old Farty. Just be careful though, because I think this could potentially do one more. So if we do come up right now, May weekly open, potentially levels that might see a rejection, and then we'll go down into Q4, which is about 105, where I would also be a big longer. But we're probably in the stuba on this anyway. Let's have a look. Yeah, I mean, we've perfectly hit the AA6, and we're holding Q3 just about, so we're actually above the 786 as well. So potentially this might even do something like that and get a higher low and then come back up and then start farming out a little bit of structure. Maybe get rejected from the weekly open first time, come back down. I don't know. Um, but yeah, Filecoin. I'm going to get more. Um, Excuse me for the yawn. Hype's holding like a beast. Did a really bullish backtest there. I think this is probably going to make a new high now. It seems like Hype and Far kind of trading slightly differently to the market because this was happening while all the alts were going crazy. This was happening when not many alts were moving. So what I'm saying is Hype kind of went first, was first to do the big move before all the alts, and then was first to do the down move. So potentially we might be seeing a little bit of trend change actually already on alts. So that's just an interesting observation that I've just had. Oh, what's going on? Hello? What just happened? What just, bro? My Discord just nuked me. Can you hear me? My Discord literally just nuked the shit out of me. It literally just rebooted itself. Anyway, can you look at hype, please? Yeah, I was literally just looking at hype. You guys can hear me, right? Or you can't hear me? Yes, you can hear me. Okay, thank you, Emerson. Um, let me just continue. Yeah, so I have actually realized that this thing does move first, and yeah, potentially we actually are gaining a little bit of structure here, which is quite nice. This would be a really bullish hold, especially if we just held this swing up here. This is also the daily, the top of the day, last daily swing. So this is actually be a really, really bullish hold if we would eventually start changing the structure. We actually have a higher low and a higher high. So yeah, we have a little bit of a trend change on the 4 hour. Especially from this higher low. We have a high high, higher low, and another high. So yeah, pretty interesting actually. I'm definitely going to keep an eye on that now that I've made that observation that hype potentially is kind of leading the market almost. But again, I'm not really interested in loading up on hype here. The only way I'll load up on this is if it comes into my buy zone where I have giga orders stacked around pretty much in between 40 and 38. Just, I mean, if we come back down, I'm going to be a massive buyer, and I think it's going to make a new high at some point and see some resistance on $54-ish. But yeah, again, if this divs on the retail stablecoin demand, you could potentially see one more pop and then a retracement. Let's just look at Tio quickly. Didn't quite get to the short pocket, but I actually might be interested in shorting this. I know it's not. I know it's not short season, but it just looks a bit too good. Although we will have gained the weekly open, it might squeeze up at that point. Actually, I'm a bit undecided on this. Yeah, if we manage to gain back that, okay, I'm not gonna short this then. The only way I wanted to short this is if we came up on this one a little bit higher. But now that we've done that already, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. To be honest, it's not as clear cut for me. I wanted to do it on the first time, and now it just looks a bit looks a bit let's have a look at injective quickly. delete that. I will take that off. So yeah, this made a new high. This is potentially failing its weekly open. I think there's a potential long on this though. If you get back down to 13.8, around 13.5, 13.8 in that area, that matches up decently. Yeah, so again, if you fail this weekly open, there might be a potential long if you come back down to the 786 on this. But that's just a micro long, and yeah. Oh, why is this not loading? Okay, yeah. Anyway, what's happening with Sui? Yeah, Sui actually made a new high. I don't like this chart though. Sui USD. Let's keep it nice and fresh. So yeah, that short definitely didn't play out. We actually blasted through and got a new high. So we'll have to delete all of those. That did not work. Apologies if anyone tried to take that. You literally just got blasted through in one candle. Because I know I did say that on one of my previous streams for full transparency. We are up at the what FIP have I got on this? That matches up quite well, you know. We are up at the 5, so we've actually bounced off the 2.618 though. If this is going to gain the 5 on a weekly time frame, this thing's gonna fucking rip to like $10, which could be absolutely insane. It's really trying to get above that yearly open right now, and it's got some hidden bull div on the daily time frame. It's potentially looking quite crazy, but I would be cautious if this were to actually gain, because I think this is gonna bear div, this is gonna div, and even if we do, it could just be a deviation play. But we have actually done a retest on this so far. It's not been that deep, but it's been really bullish on the daily. There's definitely a lot of unfilled gaps around $3 on this. So again, if this were to like do a bit more and then get the deviation and come back down around $3, I'd be a buyer there. That's slightly longer term. If you're looking at it in the short term, then uh, then I don't know what to tell you. Lol. My brain is not working today because I'm so hungover. But yeah, let me check the chat. Nice little thumbs up. Everyone's just chilling. Happy Tuesday. Bro, my fucking head is killing. I absolutely killed some Justin Bieber last night at the Maid Bar. Bro, they were fucking loving it. But I had way too many cigarettes. Yeah, let me just rattle off some alts then. Oh, Nike's doing well. Nike's up at $80. This was a really nice call for me. Looking like it's gonna go higher to the fair. I think it's fair price. I think Max was talking about its fair price being around $100. So yeah, I actually sold most of mine already though. It was literally just the idea of this trade was buy here at 55, sell here around 75. I'm fine with it. I obviously have a little bit left. I'm just gonna keep the rest for probably forever, you know. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I'm gonna sell it. I think if Nike, that could be a generational buy when you look back in like 10 years. You'll be like, I bought some fucking Nike at 55. Yeah, legend. Like I'll be telling my son in like 10 years, or like 15 years when he's 10 years old. Yeah, I bought some fucking Nike back in 2025. You're like, fucking hell, my dad's a legend. I think I'm still a bit drunk. Whoa, Discord. Bro. Bro, Discord just nuked me again. What the fuck's going on? Nah. I need to put something in the chat. In the admin section. Discord keeps nuking my stream today. Anyone having similar issues? I just updated it as well. It must be the new update. Fucking so annoying. Anyway, the recording's gonna be fine though. So yeah, does anyone want me to look at anything, or I'm just gonna keep rattling off a few altcoins? I actually want to check what Palladium's doing because we're fucking looking at this in I think it was like, yeah, where I circled this. No, it was probably in February where we looked at this. This actually bear divs on the weekly time frame and then still popped a new high. Absolutely insane. Yeah, this is heading into 1.6 easily, or 1.5. Platinum, yeah, because we were looking at platinum as well. This thing's absolutely ripped. Wait, what? Shit, 65% on platinum is decent as fuck. Anyway, sorry, looking at boring shit right now. Getting a bit sidetracked. Yeah, we haven't actually looked at ETH Bitcoin. It still looks really good on the weekly time frame. The 4 hour is still making new highs. The daily is kind of squeezing higher. Obviously, all daily charts look a little bit wrecked at the moment, but yeah, it still looks fine. There's not really too much to say on that, to be honest. Doge looks like it's actually having a nice pullback. I would be quite interested if this came back to around. It needs to hold 19.7-ish on the daily, but if this came back to 20 cents, I think I'd be quite interested in this. 20.1-ish. Yeah, it looks potentially quite interesting. Let's go to a little bit more obscure coins. So, let's have a look at Tau on the base chart. Base in your face. Pattern render, please. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Silver's about to go nuts. Okay, let's just quickly fuck Tau off, because this kind of looks fucking dicked anyway. This looks wrecked. Look, that's actually, that daily candle was super nasty. I'll just quickly say, if Tau gets back to 340, 330, it's a really good buy. Not financial advice, of course. It's going on YouTube, you know, fucking jaw. So yeah, I was talking about actually potentially exiting my per position, but I didn't. I'm still in. I'm still in from 185. So yeah, I'm just gonna put my stop at that recent low, 177. If they come and take me, they come and take me. But this is finally doing what I thought it was gonna do. I thought this was gonna do this for a long time. It was bull diving massively on the way down here. Major bull diving. Wait, did it bull div? I mean, yeah, on the daily time frame as well. So yeah, this is finally looking like it wants to climb. I do think this is going to be resistance though, and we're going to probably see a pullback. 20.5. I mean, did we already wick it? Wick 20.4. 4. So yeah, pretty much. It's pretty much just about holding these levels now. So we've already had a nice back test of this and the weekly. If we could just consolidate here for a little bit, I think this is gonna pop up to 23, 24. Bro. Wait, nah. Wait, nah. Someone's actually messing with me, bro. It can't be any of you because I know all of you guys. So what the fuck? It's actually pissing me off. Literally, my Discord app keeps just rebooting itself. Fucking. Anyway. Stream quality. Right, if it does it one more time, I'm probably just gonna end it. But yeah. Let's do render quickly. Actually, render real quick. So yeah, Brumbag, he bought a really nice amount back down in, yeah, it was about 2.8, wasn't it? Right down in here. It's a really nice buy. Fucking ballsy. I like it. So we'll just put that on for now. Potentially could go a little bit higher. We do have a slight breakdown on the 4 hour from here. Slight lower low. It's looking. It's not looking too bad. I think this is potentially going to consolidate here for a little bit, but I actually not really sure. If this loses June or March, then we're probably going to go lower on the daily and then go down to the 786 around the Q2. But as of right now, it doesn't look terrible, but it doesn't look good either. These closes were not nice, but we've actually created some overlapping support, and we're still above June and March, which is some important daily structure from back in the end of May, start of June. So yeah, it's not looking too bad. It's not looking too bad at all, actually. In terms of the smaller time frames, it's having quite a nice amount of buy pressure here. This is probably. Yo. Discord. Bro, I don't think I can do this. Discord literally just nuking me every minute now. This is just taking me out of the stream, rebooting my app, putting me out of the server, back to like the home screen, you know, like when you boot it up. It's literally just rebooting itself. Just chilling. That's actually a sick. That's a sick gif. I need to save that. Anyway, apologies for the quality of my stream today and yesterday. Seem to be having a little bit of technical difficulties, but I'll just quickly look at silver before I get nuked again, actually, really quick. Yeah, silver's probably gonna rip to 40 to 43 and then stall out. This looks like a crazy parabola forming. I think it's probably going to do like, and then get like one fat pump. And then, yeah, it's probably going to, you know, do something like this for a while. But, oh wait, shit. Was I? Yeah, I was looking at the right time frame. Yeah, but that's probably it for me, guys. I keep getting nuked. I can't really. What's your top prediction for render? Oof, I don't really know, but should I try to do some fib magic on it? I don't actually know if I'm doing this 100% correctly. I just feel like I remember Smallio showing it to me like ages ago. It was years. It's years ago now. I need to get the chart with the most data, which is probably this. Let's make sure I. Yeah, I want to keep those fibs. What's my top prediction on render? So, I mean, very easily, what I can tell you is I don't know if we're gonna go crazy and break all-time highs on a lot of these coins. I can say that, but what I can also say is that on the weekly we have a new low that we just made on May. Now, this is actually quite important because I do think we're gonna get a little run now, but I don't think it's gonna be that crazy. So I'd probably say, you know, $11 max this cycle, and then I don't know. There's probably a really old fib pool that you could do. Does that line up? That lines up okay, but it also disregards that data. I do think in between $11 and $10 is a good price target for render. If I'm honest, I'm actually gonna just try do another one from all the way back here or something. It's probably there to there. Let's see if this bangs. I don't think it is. I don't think this is gonna work. But what the fuck am I doing? Oh yeah, it's up here. I'm not sure if this is gonna work too well. Oh fuck, what am I doing? Oh shit, that kind of lines up perfectly, bro. It literally topped out literally around the 15. That actually fucking bangs, bro. And we came all the way down to the 2. Yo, magical. But yeah, I'm gonna say 10 to 11 on render. Should I actually leave that on? I'm gonna take a screenshot of this just for future reference if I ever forget how to do this. I'm literally doing this off pure instinct. I don't know what I'm doing actually. When I go home, okay, on my old laptop, I've got the recording from the session that Smallio gave me. I'm gonna try and find it. I'm gonna try and find it and clip it for everyone because it's actually gonna be legitimately so helpful. He'll probably fucking love it as well. Oh, I promise you, I'm gonna try. Oh shit! I haven't been sharing my screen. Lol, guys, why didn't you tell me? Look how fucking well this matches up. Look at this shit. Supporting on the 2. And we're getting resistance on the 5. And I actually did another one from here to here. And the 5 comes in. Where did the 5 come in? I can't even remember. Literally in between the Stuber pocket. It's crazy. Anyway, yeah. I think that's about it. I'm gonna definitely maybe try and use this more. Try and do some more to get the hang of it a little bit better. But I need to find that video when I go back to London just so I know that I'm doing it right. So I'm kind of just doing it off instinct and being like, ah, that looks good. That looks like it works. I remember he said you can do 2 similar ones but slightly different to get like a general area because they're not like Stitch you gonna stop right here. Sometimes they obviously ping the level perfectly uh like fucking I don't know. Not fucking here, I don't know. Oh bro. Okay, Discord nuked me again. Anyway, I'm gonna call it here. Everyone have a great day. I'll speak to you on Tuesday and hopefully I'm not getting fucking kicked from my own stream. I've literally been kicked like 6 times now, so thank you for joining. Thank you for listening to me ramble. Um, and yeah, have a great day wherever you are and whatever you're doing. Bye bye.